All right, we're here at Robinson Builder. There's Wilma wearing her mask. So they got a pretty good selection here. I don't know, maybe 100 different choices. Good morning. So you got your traditional whites. This is kind of beige. This is a no. Morning, Buntal. How are you? Okay, I think this is kind of what we're looking for. So we'll count that a maybe. So the question becomes, do we want a shiny tile or more of a dull? So this would be an example of a shiny tile. And then this would be more of a matte finish. And I already know what Wilma's gonna want when it comes to shiny or matte. What do you guys think? So when it comes to the matte finish, which they only have maybe 6 or 7 choices of the matte finish, but this is like a beige color. Again, I don't know if the camera's showing it. And then right next to it is a little more gray. So it kind of has that marbled look. And it's a matte finish, and it's kind of like a non-slip. You could definitely feel a little texture in it. Now these are 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters, and the price is 185 or 170 pesos per piece, so by the each. So that is 2 colors. That's a consideration. But again, this is the first store. But I believe Wilma does not like the matte finish. This is what we have in Wilma's house in Leyte, and the townhouse that we're in. It's this high gloss, and it's fine. I know you wouldn't pick it for the shower, obviously, or the bathroom, but in the main living area is what we're starting with. So we're going to put this white on the table. That's a maybe. We're probably not going to go with white just because the walls will be white and the cabinets will be white. So we do want some color in the floor. Now, this is an option, but I think it's too busy. You know, this looks great when it's one piece sitting here by itself, but when you put 100 of them together on a floor, and it's all the same pattern. Boy, it's really loud, and we don't want to have a floor that just takes your eye away from everything else. So again, this is beautiful when it's by itself, but when you repeat this pattern, like I said many times, it's not necessarily a good thing. It'll be a very loud floor. Okay, so the boss is here, and she's starting to point at what she likes. So if we go, we're still deciding if we're going on the tan beige side or leaning towards the very light gray side. So that's still up for discussion, because we have to consider our furniture and the type of granite countertops we're going to have. But this is also going to go in the maybe column. They're 205 pesos per piece, 60 centimeters by 60 centimeters. It's a gloss, very smooth, and you can see the veins in it. It's very faint, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a very faint vein, nothing loud that has real hard accents. That's what we don't want. So this is like a light gray with a little white veins going through it. It's very nice. But again, I don't know exactly what our countertops backsplash is going to be, so we have to consider that. And then here's another maybe. Now this is similar to the gray one, but now this has more tan in it, and the veins is subtle, so it's not going to be too loud. But again, it's a totally different color, so it would change, the color of our backsplash. It could change the color of our granite countertops. So again, this is just the beginning stages, the first store. 215 pesos per piece, and we're going to put this one in the maybe column. Do you agree?
Maybe.
We know City Hardware is next, and they have a bigger selection. This is Robinson's, very nice store, but they are limited. And then we're also going to stop by where they sell the granite countertops, where they cut them for you on site. So we're going to take a look at that. So for this store, we're going to say this is a maybe. This is a maybe. And then the traditional white, which we have now in the townhouse we're in, and we like it. We just think it may be too much white for the house that we're building. So we're going to go with 3 maybes, and then we're going to move on to store number 2. We're still at Robinson, and on our way out we actually just saw this one. We didn't notice that this has very faint lines in it, which is what we're going for. And that was one of the maybes. See how that's more tan than this? So, and then there's the gray one right over there. So I showed you in the last clip that one and this one. This is kind of in between. So it's not necessarily as tan as that, but yet it has a hint of gray in it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's kind of between that one and this one. And it's very faint with some grains in it and some speckles of gray. So again, we're going to put this in the maybe column as well. So we're going to leave this store with 3 maybes. This one, and then the gray. Okay, so we're inside City Hardware. This store, as you can see, has probably 5 times the selection as Robinson Builder. Much more selection. So this is their selection of the flat tile. So I'm gonna head over. You can see Wilma's over at the gloss, the high gloss area. So I'm gonna head over there. Okay, for City Hardware, a lot of crazy colors. So we're really just focusing our efforts here just in this area right here. Really, it's only a couple. And this one here is got a little gray to it and a little bit of grain, but it's not even really grain. It's just kind of like, I can't even explain it. Just like a brush of color. So nothing that really catches our eye there. And then this one is a little on the tan side. So again, we're gonna choose probably a grayish, a white with grayish, or a white with either like a light brown or a tan color or a beige color. So we're not 100% on which color we're gonna choose. But this one has some veins in it, which is nice, and they're a little on the tan side, but again, it looks like it could be busy. Alright, so we're in a smaller tile store called MHD Builders. So less options, but we wanted to stop and just see if anything caught our eye. So I'll just take a few seconds and just show you some of it. And we just glanced and we saw one maybe. So we'll go ahead and just, and they said they're doing inventory, so that's why their selection is a little low. Got a bunch of tile in the back. So I'll take you over to the one that's a maybe, which is right here. So again, it's a 60 by 60. It's more of a grayish brown mix than the white. So it's definitely not our first choice for sure, but it's a nice tile. Wilma said it's a little dark for her taste. So we'll move on to store number 4. Okay, this is store number 4, and this is Triumph Home Depot. So we're going to go ahead and just take a quick walk around. So this is the flat finish, and we may have to rethink the gloss because we're not finding anything at all that catches our eye with gloss. I haven't walked the store yet because I just walked in. So we may hit the jackpot over there, a few rows over, but I'll just So these gloss tiles here, they're beautiful, with this beautiful grain. But again, on its own, it's gorgeous. But you put 100 of them together, in my opinion, it's very busy and very loud. And I don't think you ever want to walk into a room and have the floor take over your eye. You know, you really should be looking at the furniture and, you know, the kitchen cabinets and things like that. If your eye is going straight to the floor just because it's so busy with deep, dark grains, it's just a look that we don't want. And then at some point we have to make a decision. Like I said, we may need to rethink the non-gloss, because they have a lot of more earth tone, neutral colors. And I'll kind of show you over here. So you're getting into more, actually let me switch over one more aisle. You know, like a very neutral, soft. So that's a grayish, a little darker gray. Here's more of a brighter, has a little, maybe a little yellow in it. Here's one with a little gray. So the house will be very bright inside, with white ceiling and white walls and white cabinets with black countertops. So if our countertops are black, you know, we got to think about, you know, would that go well with black countertops, or would more of a gray? So we may need to just narrow it down to maybe 5 choices and just buy one of each, and then you know, take it home and lay it on the floor and see which one we fall in love with. So that may be maybe what we need to do. So what you guys could do is, you know, I showed you a few that we like. Comment what you would pick. White ceilings, white walls, white kitchen cabinets. We will have a black granite countertops, and the island will also be black. So what would you think the correct color? Would it be more of a lighter beige with a little hint of yellow, or would you go for more of the darker, and this is kind of a slate look? Would you go for the shiny look, the gloss, or the flat? Now the flat, I will say, the benefit of the flat is it's a little more anti-slip to the touch. Now the gloss doesn't bother us a bit. We have that in Leyte and we have it in our townhouse, and it's not slippery at all. But this has a little, you could feel it, it's a little bit of a grit to it. So there's benefit to that, and it's a softer color. So we got a lot to think about. And my understanding, this is the 4th of 4, so I'm not aware of any more tile stores here. Now I was told that City Hardware has a bigger store in Subulan, which is about 30 minutes from here, so we may take a trip up that way. Not today, because we want to get up to the building site, but we may go up there just to look. But at some point we're going to have to make a decision. I wanted to give you guys just a quick look of the granite that's available. So we want to go with a darker granite. So here's our choices. And the dirty kitchen will probably go something lighter like this for the dirty kitchen. But we're gonna go with something like this. This is a tight pattern. This has a lot of nice depth to it. The deeper you can look inside granite, the better quality it is. So you can see a lot of quartz flake in that one. I think that's beautiful. You got a red, white. Again, we'll go with a light color like this for the dirty kitchen. Here's another dark with a lot of depth. It looks like you can look right in the granite. So this gives you guys an idea of what the granite countertops are going to look like. So that'll help with trying to pick the floor color. So more than likely it'll be something like this or like this. That's our thought. And then what's nice about this place is they'll cut it to order. It's not like City Hardware where you just have to buy the length that they have. These are very long lengths, and they'll cut it, and they have different widths, and they'll cut it and polish it to order. So this establishment is where we're going to buy our granite countertops, because my understanding this is the only place in town that has you know, raw slabs that you can cut to order. I mean, look how wide that is. I mean, that's got to be a meter. That's got to be a meter wide. Beautiful piece. That'd be beautiful for an island. Real long. I mean, that's got to be 7'6", maybe 8 foot high. Probably 8 foot. Beautiful. All right, hello everyone.
Hi guys.
All right, so what'd you guys think of the shopping for tile today? We hit 4 stores plus the granite store there. Pretty quick order. So you can see that it's a pretty tough decision to make. You know, obviously we have to make a decision at some point. But you know, the big question is, do we do high gloss or do we do the matte finish? Do we do the gray look? Do we do the tan, beige, or the tiles with a hint of yellow in it? We're not 100% sure. So we would like to hear from you guys. What do you think? Comment below and give us some suggestions, because we're still thinking it through. What do you think?
Well, I think with the modern style house, we should consider the high gloss tiles.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you got to keep in mind that the house that we're building is a modern bungalow style, with a lot of straight lines in it and a lot of white. So yeah, the high gloss probably does make sense. And then I'll go with the old adage, happy wife, happy life. So more than likely, guys, we'll be getting the high gloss. So we're not going to do an update today of the construction site. We're here on site now, but they're working on the beams. They're still boxing in the beams. They did a little more pouring this morning when we got up here just a few minutes ago. So it's kind of more of the same today. They're not working on the pool, so they're concentrating on mixing cement and getting the cement up to the guys who are pouring the beams today. So we're not going to actually do a construction site, but I want to show you the mountain behind us. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but God, it's beautiful. It's a real good clear. There is clouds up there, but it's very, very clear today. And I'm holding a $4 gimbal. The one that I bought for $30 is my new back scratcher. So I don't know if that's shaky or not. But what a beautiful view of the mountain today. So chime in, guys. Comment on what you think we should do. We want to make the right decision. We're not going to rush into it. We also have to realize that we live on an island, so we don't have 1,000 choices. It's difficult to special order things because it takes literally months to get it. So we really want to try to find something that's in stock in one of those 4 stores. We do have that bigger City Hardware store up in Subulan that we'll go to in the next few days, and I'll video that as well. And my contractor said that's where he normally buys the tile, up in that store. So we'll take a ride up there and take a look. But we want to try to make this as stress-free as possible and find a tile that's here on the island instead of ordering it. And of course, it has to be all one lot number and things like that. The tile for the pool and the bedrooms and the bathroom are going to be pretty simple. What we'll do is we'll let you guys know. We pretty much picked that out. We're really struggling with that main living area when you walk in the front door, which is the living room, then it will be the dining and then the kitchen area, and then that tile will repeat going in that little hallway, going into the 2 bedrooms and that bathroom. That'll all be the same type of tile. So comment below what you think, and talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.